Hey guys, Stephen Tony here, and I am back with a new video, and it is going to be part 3 of my Spagvember 2023 journey for my channel here. And this is going to be days 11 through 17. So, without further ado and hesitation, we shall get started. Now, first up, I watched Long Days of Vengeance with Giuliano Gemma. And this, of course, was part of my trade package with Donny, Cinemaniac 77. Thanks again, Donny, for helping me out with this. Now, first off, I will say I'd have bought this edition myself, but because it has the. Hold on a second. But because it has the 18 logo there, the place I normally buy from won't ship these titles outside of Germany. So thanks again, Donny, for helping me out with this one. Now on to the film. I'll start off by saying I really enjoyed this film. Gemma basically plays a guy who is wrongly accused of murder, and after spending 3 years at hard labor, he finally manages to break out of jail to go after the guys who framed him and also murdered his father. I was really surprised by Gemma in this film. Normally, he's known for playing a kind of wisecracking smart aleck, but he wasn't wisecracking or clowning too much. Here, he actually played the part fairly straight, which was a nice change of pace for him, I thought. He does play it fairly straight in a couple of others, I believe. I just haven't seen all of them yet, with the exception of California, which I first saw about a year or two back. And he did play it fairly straight in that one too. But anyway, the film's excellent. It's mainly set in a frontier town from the looks of it. So I imagine a lot of it was shot in a back lot of a studio, which to me is cool. I don't think they did too many long-term backlot shoots on these westerns, which is not a bad thing. But it is nice to see towns in these films. So. So Gemma is backed by a great cast here. Let's see if I can show you on the back at least. Yeah. So let's see. We have Spanish actors Francisco Rabal, Conrado San Martin, and also the lovely Spanish actress Neves Navarro, who gives a great performance in this film. My only nitpick with her character, though, is that she kind of comes off as just the typical female character in these westerns, and I've always personally preferred it when she played a strong-willed, independent type, like she had in the Gemma Ringo films. There is a scene where she gets slapped around, and when I saw that scene, I was like, the real, her would have taken a knife or a gun and pointed it at the guy's throat, or his unmentionable areas. And give him a stern warning about touching her. Like that's the Navarro I like seeing in these films, but her performance is still excellent. Like, shows her range. As a fine actress who I think's not totally underrated, but not one who gets talked about enough, I think. So yeah, and the Blu-ray from Explosive Media is fantastic. I thought, it's great. I highly, gonna enjoyed the film. It's a little bit longer than the standard, spaghetti western. You know, that isn't Leone style. At 122 minutes. But I can tell you right now, the time just flies by. Actually, it's not slow paced at all. It's very brisk, in how it tells the story. It is a must watch, I think. Okay, and next was a rewatch, and it's from this, Coach set, and it is the final film at the bottom here. The German title is Shamango, but the actual title is Gentleman Joe Uchidade, or Gentleman Joe Kill, or as it was known in the US and Europe as Gentleman Killer. And that stars Anthony Stephan and Eduardo Fajardo in one of their many collaborative efforts in films. And this one is a lot of fun. It's a little generic in plot, in that a guy teams up with some of the town to keep it from being overrun by this Mexican bandit and his gang. But it does work well here, because an extra slice in like the plot is that the bad guy played by Fajardo murders the lead's brother. I like the lead played by Stefan, and also the town it's happening in is caught between a dispute amongst the U.S. Army and the Mexican Army, like in the post Civil War era. But it's a lot of fun. This film. It was quite interesting seeing Anthony Stephan being clean shaven and also cracking some smiles here and there. In the first half hour of the film. Normally he kind of had this stone cold look to him, but here he was a bit more animated and lively, and it was an interesting thing to see. And Fajardo is at some of his meanest here as the evil Colonel Ferreira, who may or may not be a real colonel. It's hinted he is, although at other times it's uncertain. I think I believe the print used for the now long out of print Wild East DVD is the same as the one for the Koch release, but it still looks good. There's some definite age in the print. And it could do with a really good remaster. So I'm hoping, I'm either Explosive Media or Play on Pictures actually puts this out on Blu-ray. I'd be really happy if this I got one, because I do like it. It's it's quite entertaining. It's mainly set in a so so it like has an interesting setting for the stuff that goes down in the film, and there's also some good desert locales as well in it. So yeah, so yes, it's a definite watch. For anybody who likes these westerns, and Stefan and Fajardo made a great pair together. I thought, they made some like 7 or 8 films together. I think 4 of which they shared first and second billing, respectively. So yes, a much watch. A must watch. Excuse me. Yes, Gentleman Joe Kill. Okay, and the next item I watched was also part of that trade with Donny. And again, Johnny, thank you for helping me get this. And it is, his name was Holy Ghost with Johnny Garco. This is a Play on Pictures, formerly Coach Media Blu-ray DVD combo. Now this is one of the more lighthearted romps of the genre, but it is not a full-blown comedy. There's a good chunk of humor in it, but it's not a full-on comedy. That the subject matter, which is a guy who helps a woman and her father restore democracy to Mexico when it's overrun by a despotic general. Okay, general. It's not. This subject isn't totally played for laughs. There's a few serious moments, as well, but the tone is subtly very lighthearted in nature, but it's still fun. It's a lot of fun. The Spiritu Santo character is no Sartana, but he is still quite suave, and quite cool. Cool. And I really like Johnny Garco in any thing he's in, and he is just a very good actor to me. So and it also features supporting character regular Chris Huerta as his buddy, who helps him out. Huerta sort of plays a Bud Spencer type, very strong and always cracking some jokes. But how he does it is pretty cool, I think. The only thing I didn't like is that 3 of his strength feats in the film go into the cartoonish realm. The first, especially, to where he throws this professional fighter he's in a bout with into a wall, and when the guy falls over, his outline is in the wall, and I was like, yeah, that's just a little too much. I mean, it was funny, but it was just a little bit too cartoonish. It kind of takes out of the realm of this being like a western a bit, a bit and some sense of historical accuracy, as well in terms of the time period anyway. So, but other than that, I highly enjoyed this film. Okay. It's a good one to just sit back with, and have fun. Fun. Like it is just a fun ride. Right, you will not be disappointed at all. Okay, and following that up with the more humorous side of the westerns, the next day I watched the comedy Jesse and Lester, Two Brothers in a Place Called Trinity, which had a story treatment written by and co-directed by star Richard Harrison. Now, most spaghetti western comedies, I know, tend to be, hit or miss, mainly a miss for a few of them. But guys, I'm telling you, that's one works. It doesn't dive into any slapstick stuff. It's mainly just funny situations, and some jokes. Some of them are quintessentially Italian, but they don't really have to make too much sense to be found amusing, I think, anyway. I mean, even and though like most European humor tends to go over my head. Like some of the stuff in this is just funny as hell. It's fun. And you have Harrison and Donald O'Brien playing these half brothers who have inherited their mother's brother, an uncle's gold mine, which they end up finding out has been, picked dry by these claim jumpers. So all they're left with, I think, is something like $1,500 of his, of the uncle's estate, and basically the entire film is them trying to con each other out of the money, so they can do their own thing with it. Harrison's character wants to build a dual casino and house of pleasure, and the character played by O'Brien wants to start a church. So like, yeah, it's like it's really mainly them and all of the mass adventures they have with outlaws trying to rob them, like them trying to sneak the money past each other, and just all sorts of, funny wackiness. I mean, I know the comedy style of the westerns really aren't for everyone, but do definitely give this one, a chance. It is worth looking at, I think. And both Harrison and O'Brien play well off of each other as the mismatched brothers. Okay, and now as the Python say for something completely different, and that is Blind Man, co-written and produced by star Tony Anthony. He made this after the first three Stranger films, and oh God, where do I even begin to start? I mean, like this is enjoyable, but holy mackerel, is it strange? Oh man, is it ever strange? Strange, I mean, you have Anthony here. Whoop, actually, as soon as I can show him, like, yeah, yeah, here he is. Is like, yeah, you have him playing this, blind gunfighter a la, a la Zatoichi, who's escorting these like 50 mail order brides, to these miners, like only to get bamboozled by his partner, who then sells them to Ringo Starr's character and his other brother and sister, so they can get a Mexican general to their house, like to hold for ransom, and then just all hell and and craziness ensues. I mean, a lot of this I enjoyed, but holy mackerel, like some of it is just bizarre. I mean, like I've never seen so much TNA in a western in my life, and like I'm no prude at all here, folks. But I mean, I was amazed, it's so much, in the old together there was from the ladies. I mean, like it was like, it was like whoa, whoa, but yeah, and Ringo, as one of the bad guys, he was surprisingly good. I mean, I know he didn't dub his voice for the English language release, but he was a surprisingly effective Mexican bandit, and Tony Anthony did very well in his part. Like even though he was plagued with pain from the contacts he used to play a blind man. But I mean, I was like, maybe he just threw like too much in here. I mean, it's like certainly not bad at all, and I get like why so many fans do enjoy it because of its, because of like how unique, different, and and at times crazy it is. But I mean, like at first I was like, what in the hell am I watching here? Here, but like overall, I had fun. I mean, I did. I definitely will give this a view again in the future. You know, you know, like maybe you know, once I let that first viewing sort of, you know, digest more, like maybe I'll have a better appreciation of it later. Although I did enjoy it a lot, you know, as so yeah, that was Blind Man. Okay, and next I checked out a favorite of mine, and that is the film here on the bottom, and this is the sequel to My Name is Pecos. Pecos cleans up. Now, I have heard some say that this is just an okay entry due to the settled character and not having the same intensity as he does in the first film. But I actually enjoyed this heartily. You know, I do love a good treasure hunting story. You know, when like I was a kid, I was fascinated by this one story of a Spanish galleon that went down, and they were like spending years getting all of that stuff out of it from the ocean. So yes, so yeah, I've always had an interest, in like that type of treasure, like lost treasure. So like this, I brought back some cool stuff from my childhood, and it also had that sort of Indiana Jones feel to me, which I love dearly. And what have you. So yeah, lead Robert Woods is still great. He's still cool and tough. He's just like a little less like serious. So and the villain played by oh gosh, I hope I pronounce his name okay. Erno Kriza. His character of El Supremo, which was also the name of the one villain in Captain Horatio Hornblower. Like that villain in this film is great. He's like a mixture of like Fu Manchu and a bullfighting pirate. I actually said to somebody once, he looks like a bullfighting pirate who has, the Fu Manchu style hair. So yeah, he's great. He's like a supervillain in this thing, and it works. It does work very well here. You actually would think it wouldn't, but it does. Carissa really made it work, and he is fabulous in it. Uh, and it like this is just pure sit back and have fun time. Okay. Time, it's an easy paced story, and like And yeah, I like Woods is his usual, you know, cool self in it. Um, you know how he gets the drop on the baddies in the that's is cool. And I do recommend, if anyone hasn't seen it yet or has seen it and probably didn't think too much of it at like the time, please do give that a chance. It is worth watching. It's definitely nowhere near what the original film was, but it is good for what it is. So yeah, and that of course was Pecos Cleans Up, and the final one for this video, which I actually just watched today, is Giuliano Carnamio's Find a Place to Die. That is from the Arrow Video Blood Money box set. And I actually switched to the alternate cover, which I do like a bit more. Although the title is strange, there's really no character named Ringo in the film. I'm not too sure where they actually got Ringo from, but yeah. This was surprisingly good. It's a little slow at short points here and there, but otherwise it is thoroughly engaging and entertaining. This would prove to be one of Jeffrey Hunter's last acting roles prior to his untimely passing. And the part fits him like a glove, because when he made this, he was embittered about his Hollywood career having gone south. His health wasn't the best at the time, so he was definitely in the right frame of mind when he played the character in this film. Basically, this woman's husband is trapped under a rock slide as they're defending their gold claim from outlaws. So she, heads off to find help for him, and ends up getting it from these rogues, who she promises to give some of the gold claim to for aiding her. And all of the while, this really evil bandit is trying to take over the territories in and between Mexico and Texas, to form his own land. So the the crew also has to watch out for him, and they end up getting quite a few surprises along the way. Yes, this is definitely worth viewing. It's definitely above average. It's a story that's been been told in like many variants previously, but it works very well here. The characters are interesting in spite of themselves, and the overall plot is engaging. You're constantly like wondering, like, are they going to make it? So it does keep you fully engaged, which is a major plus. It's not anything too spectacular, but it is a well scripted story. And the setting is lovely. It's in like the lush hills of Italy. It looks like, or maybe Spain. Again, I'm not sure which. Like mountain ranges tend to all look the same to me. I like it, honestly, but it's a well put together film, and is most certainly worth checking out. Like it's good, and that is it. Thanks for watching, and a big thank you again to Donny for helping me out and getting long days of vengeance, and his name was Holy Ghost. Thanks again, buddy, for that. Please don't forget to comment and like, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit the bell notification button. And again, thanks for viewing. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.